Hello.
Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of slow. Forgive me. But welcome back, everyone. How was you guys' week?
It was good.
Yeah, y'all had a fantastic week. Okay. Well, it's not just any Friday. It is LIB Talks Day. We know you all had other places to be, but why would you want to be anywhere else but here? Duh. Today, we'll be hopping on our virtual plane to Panama and learning some of their colloquialism. Last week, things got a little bit heated with our chat about the 50-50 unspoken rule. So tonight we want to turn up the heat just a little bit more. So after all is said and done, Big Juden will be exposed tonight. Okay, I'm sorry, but y'all got to be, So don't go anywhere. Grab a bag of popcorn and tune in. Okay? So, ladies, how was your weekend? Or your weekend? Forget weekend. How was your week?
It was good. Long?
I wish mine was longer. Shoot.
A little hectic, but I'm okay. Glad it's Friday.
Amen.
Yay.
No, it's not just Friday. It's LIB Talks Day. We own Fridays. Okay. So, anywho, I already asked how y'all weekend was. We've all gotten to know each other a little bit over the past 2 months or so, right? Just a little bit. We're not there yet, right? So I'm just curious to know what because everybody has some type of assumption when they meet someone, right? If I'm using the right word, but you meet someone and you judge them right off the bat, not knowing just, And so I thought that each of us could read off someone's expression, your first impression, versus what you think now of the person. And we just try to figure out, well, anyways, I will read it, right? And tell you who said it. And then I guess we all have to figure out who this person is talking about. When I first met her, I thought she was stuck up, but she's down to earth and relatable. This came from Jennifer. Jennifer, so who was stuck up? Who you thought was stuck up, but now they're relatable? Who that is? Can I guess? Eva.
No.
Oh.
No. It's not Eva.
Howard?
No.
Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm done guessing. So I guess it's between me and
you. It's you, darling. It's you.
You thought I was stuck.
Ain't nobody else left. Who's left? Ivan.
It's cute how you try to guess.
Oh my God, you thought I was stuck. Dang.
That's a tad bit.
Oh man, I get that a lot though. Honestly speaking, people always like, she don't want to get to know nobody. Like she's standoffish, but no, I think I'm pretty cool afterwards.
Yes, you are.
Thank you. So, next one is from Eva. At first, I thought she was quiet and reserved, but she has got some mouth on her. Let me be first to guess. I don't know. I'm lying. I don't know who it is. Eva, who wants to guess? Somebody else guess. Y'all guess now.
I was gonna say I think it's Ivis he's talking about.
No.
No, can I guess? I think it's Jennifer.
She's more so Jennifer.
You think it's me?
Yes. Miss Jennifer.
It's you.
I'm nice, but don't get it twisted.
That's exactly right. Yeah, she said that.
Don't get it twisted. That's for sure.
Okay, so I said, at first, I thought she'd be the first to cuss me out, because I'd be a little too sometimes. But she's actually very nurturing.
I know.
Y'all guess.
Eva.
Dang, why y'all get that? Well, I guess Eva, that means everybody thinks you're nurturing.
Yes, she is.
Oh, see? So I wasn't wrong.
Yes,
And,
I tried.
And let's see. So this from Hawa. When I first met her, I thought she was going to be too controversial. But now I know that she's very intelligent and logical. Eva.
Eva.
Ivis.
You, Eva.
Oh, y'all don't know who it is?
It's Eva.
It's
Of course
definitely
it's Eva.
Oh,
Little you, ma'am. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, so, Miss Rose, how about you go ahead and tell us something?
What's
Because
up?
I think I accidentally forgot to put yours and I forgot. So how about you? Give us something. Say something and then we can guess who it is.
I mean, nothing here. Everybody, what I think about you guys is what you guys are. So nothing really surprised me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you're pretty much you're a good judge of character.
Very.
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty then. So since we have got that down pat, gotten that out of the way, since Jennifer thought I was stuck up, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so we're gonna move on. But remember to leave your comments, everyone. We might just read yours. So comment, let us know what you think. We'll also be taking calls at the end of the show. Are we? We might not. I'm not sure. But stay tuned. And next, let's learn a little bit of Panamanian, okay? Eva, take us to Panama.
hey everybody. As we know, the world is a melting pot. Different cultures come together to mix and at times mingle, sometimes for the good, but always better. Either way, it's an opportunity to learn from each other. We're saying the same things, we just have a different way of saying it. Every country, cities, boroughs, colloquialism. They have their own special way of understanding each other, even if the rest of the world does not understand them. On this segment of It's Colloquia, we'll be sharing colloquial around the globe. This week, we're going to be sharing stuff from Panama. Now, I'm going to say it up front. My Spanish, not take it as it is. And Panama, people in Panama want to say a general term for thing, like that thing. They say bene, a bene, bene, that thing. Give me that thing, or I want that thing. Now, if they want to say what's up, they say que sopa, que sopa,
Que sopa.
what's up, que sopa. So, yes. Now, if let's say you want to get somebody attention, like say, hey, you girl, or hi, or hey, you say hovan, hovan. And also, if you want to say something is nice, it's cool, or it's great, you say chevri. Chevri
You said
means nice, good. And they also do it in Colombia and Venezuela.
Chevry.
Chevri.
Chevry, okay.
Now, when you're broke, you got no money, you got nothing. You say, they say, I am clean. Extra limpollos. So when you got no money, when you broke, you got nothing. Means for them, and translate, it means clean. Extra limpollos.
Extra limpollos.
So when they get cheated on or somebody cheats on them, they say they got burned.
Oh.
Le cuervo. Le cuervo. You burned me. You cheated on me. You did me wrong. Yep. And when they say they have bad luck, they say they are salty. Estoy salado. Salty. I got bad luck. It's not good, salty. So when they say they have a hangover, they say I have glue, meaning they were glued. They're hungover.
Glue.
Or EMERGOMA means I'm glued. I am messed up. I am hungover. Now, how we can do our voking, they're blowing you up. That's te estro reventando. Look it up. It means I'm blowing you. That's it. That's all I got.
All righty. So we learned some that is it Spanish or is it like a broken Spanish or something like that? Well, it's Spanish, you know, all those Panamanians and yeah. So so we learned
You mean
something
they're slang?
today. Huh? Yeah. Not because I guess
Their
what
official language is Spanish, but it's like a broken.
broken. Okay, yes. So y'all learned some crooked Spanish today. So we are going to move on to viewers' insight. And how I want to get some people straight right quick. Or someone straight. So.
Someone at least. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We hope you guys are sharing. Come on, get involved in the conversation. This segment of the show is called Viewers Insight. Here at LIB Talks, our viewers are the single most important thing to us. We value your opinions. That's why we are having part 2 of the discussion from last week. We value your suggestions and your comments. As much as we all want to inspire, evoke, and encourage, we are also here to learn. Our opinions are often based on our life experiences, so therefore we may not always agree. From last week, we may not always agree on every matter, neither with our viewers. On this segment of Viewers Insight, we will choose a specific viewers to acknowledge. It may be something that the person said. It may be something that will teach us. It could be a suggestion or a comment. So please be advised that when you do comment on here today, that there is a possibility that we will be putting you on blast up on here, okay? So don't be mindful. Be yourself. Just know that we may talk about it next week. So today's viewers insight comes from Wilfa Kobo. I think I'm saying your name right. First and foremost, we'd like to say thank you, Mr. Wilfa, for watching LIB Talks and engaging with us. Last week, our discussion was about who should pay the bills in a relationship where couples live together. A comment was made about what a real man or a good man was, and I believe this is what your response to that comment was. You commented, and I quote, "A good man is a man with more money, right, than his woman can spend." And then you follow by saying, a good woman is a woman that has the ability to find such a man. Did y'all get that? A good man is a man with more money than a woman can spend. And then a good woman is a woman that has the ability to find that man. Well, I'm very confused because I didn't think finding a man's an ability. I didn't think people have to possess the ability to find the right man. And having a lot of money does not make a man a good man. A man can have all the money in the world and has bad attitude, bad character. He can be very abusive and controlling. So it comes with a lot. I'm not saying that there are not good men out there, because there are some great men out there. But having money does not make you a good man. You have to build your character. There are other things that comes with that as well. You can have the money and you don't even know what to do with it, and you're lavishing it here and there. Does that make you a good man? I don't know about that, Mr. Wilson. And then, how about a good woman is a woman that has the ability to find such a man? Okay, can you please clarify what are some of those abilities when we're looking for a man with money? because I feel like I'm a little confused. I'm not looking. I've been taking for the past 14 years, but I'm sure some single ladies out there would like to know what are some skills they should get to find men with money. So I feel like such a comment is a little too broad, and it didn't come off right to me. So maybe you can clarify. Come on the show today. Come clarify some of what you said, because we want to learn. We want to know other things that a good man character possess instead of just money. All right. Well, thank you for commenting, yo. Keep doing it.
Ooh, well, y'all heard how okay? A good man does not have to have money, okay? And a good woman, I don't know what kind of ability she has to possess to find one. I'm not going on a scavenger hunt, okay?
Right.
You either good or not. I'm not about to do that. So you heard how I say, and she said it. She said what she said.
And that's
period. Anyway, so moving along, we are ready to go on a little trip to Panama. Jennifer, please take us on a trip, girl. I'm ready for this virtual plane.
Okay, ladies, we're going on a trip. We're going on a trip. Now that we have our Panama slang, now why don't we take those slang with us and go to Panama? Welcome to the Traveler's Guide. This is a part of the show where us and you, our viewers, board the virtual plane to a new destination. Somewhere you rarely hear about, somewhere you've never been and might want to travel to. Or that place the media pins as a slum or wildlife meeting place. But wonder no more, buckle your seatbelt and let's explore Panama. Is it the beauty and the beast or not? So, Panama. I had a chance to travel to Panama with my husband 2 years ago, and we had a great time. So, Panama is a country in Central America, located on the Isthmus of Panama, the narrow bridge of land that connects North America and South America. It is equally well known for its natural beauty, for its diverse plant and animal life, including hundreds of birds and trees and species, and for its vibrant music and culture. Spanish is the official language of Panama and is spoken by the vast majority of the people. Let's talk about some food. Man, the food was good. Everything I had over there was great. It kind of reminds me of our food. And you know, the Spanish food is similar to our food. So we have the ceviche. Okay? The ceviche. That is raw fish or seafood marinated in lime juice with some onions and peppers. Now, I said something about our food, but I don't know. So y'all don't come for me and say, hold up, Jennifer. That ain't our food. What you talking about? Okay, so the next one is patacones. It's fried banana chips, aka plantains, right? They are fried green plantains. The word tostones comes from the Spanish verb tosta, which means to toast. So it's like you're toasting the plantain instead of frying the plantain. And then we have tamales. Tamales is a dough and meat steamed in a banana leaf. Most countries in South and Central America have their own version of tamales. Tamales are made by cooking corn dough and meat inside parcels made with plantain leaves. That right there, I did try and I actually loved it. Traditionally, tamales take a long time to cook, so they are usually served during special occasions. So you're just gonna just get tamales anytime, okay? So places, ladies, places to visit in Panama when you're there. The Panama Canal. one of the most well-known attractions in Panama. And this is a 48-mile waterway, was the first to connect the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean. I had an opportunity to spend the day on the canal. We had a great time, and you just get to experience, like, being on a boat, having lunch, and then learning your history, girl, while you at it. So Bocas del Toro Island is fall under the spell of it's under the spell of Bocas del Toro Island. It's a laid-back Caribbean archipelago of 9 rainforest islands combined by white sand and approximately 300 little islets accessible for daytime exploration by the kayak. And then we have El Val de Anton. It's a small town situated in the middle of extinct volcano in central Panama. Surrounded by cloud forest and mountain, this picture town has a slightly cooler climate. And then we have Santa Catalana Beach. Santa Catalana Beach is one of Panama's top surf, dive, and water sport destinations. With over 30 dive sites around the island, and multitude of marine wonders can be discovered here, such as manta rays, turtles, white-type reef sharks, and sometimes humpback whales during the season. So hopefully you guys have an opportunity to visit Panama.
Yes.
All right.
I can't wait.
Right. We just went to Panama and back, people. Yes.
Jennifer, I enjoy your Spanish, by the way.
I know, girl.
Everywhere I go, they ask me if I'm Puerto Rican. So.
Go ahead, girl. Hey.
You got the Puerto Rico look, huh?
Exactly.
So what
Puerto
you
Rican or Dominican?
For, huh? I'm sorry.
Both.
Wait, what did y'all say?
Puerto Rican or Dominican?
Oh, you can pass for any, my dear.
Right?
You can pass for. So moving along, we know you all have been patiently waiting for this topic of discussion. So just stay tuned. Don't go anywhere because we want to know how you're splitting the bills. 50-50 or nah. That's not on you. Okay? So we'll be right back with a little bit of commercials and some ads. Okay? So stay tuned.
Hey everyone, my name is Varo. I'm a singer and a songwriter. Welcome to Across Africa Network, your home of information, discussion, sports, entertainment, and many more.
What is the
Liberians, the wait is over. Kizo Financial is here with the answer to your money transfer needs. Want to transfer money to or from Liberia? Contact Kizo Financial, the digital money transfer solution to your problem. From your couch in the diaspora, contact us 267-881-2836. On the farm in Liberia, contact us 231-881-122-334. Kizo Financial, a Liberian-owned business, bringing money transfer to your doorstep. We do accept Zullies and Cash App. Makes it even easier. Technology at its best.
Hey, come on in. Welcome to LIB Talks,
Where we discuss all the issues, especially the tough ones.
Where does it happen? Live, of course.
Here on Across Africa's Facebook page and on LIB Talks Facebook page.
Every Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Miss the show? Watch it again on our YouTube channel, LIB Talks.
Hi, I am Eva and I am spunky and bold.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. I'm nice, but don't get it twisted.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Hala, and I give it to you straight.
Hi, my name is Rose Joy, and I speak with a passion.
Hey, it's Ivis, the fun girl.
We're back, people. We're back. Okay, so we are back with that conversation that everybody's been waiting for, the part 2. Okay, part 2 of who paid these damn bills? You know. So once again, like we said, last week was a little bit heated, so we're turning it up a notch. So Eva, let's get going. Oh, Eva's having a little bit of technical difficulties. So, okay. She's getting on here. You know, y'all, it's computer, it's technology. We just gotta work with it. We just gotta work with it. Stay tuned with us, okay? Stay tuned. We're getting it together. So we do have 2 male guests on the show today. They're both kind of on opposite spectrums of this conversation. You know, one's like, yeah, I'll pay everything for my woman. And the other one like, hell no, we're going 50-50. I will let Eva go ahead and Eva? Okay. Well,
hello, guys. You say hello to the guys.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
LIB Talks, what's going on?
Can you hear me?
Thanks for
How you doing?
Yeah, we can.
Hello.
What's up?
Alex, you can hear us okay?
Think
I
my man-
think Alex is still setting up.
Yeah.
Alex is froze.
Oh, no.
All right.
Yeah. Can everybody hear me well?
Yes.
All right, everyone. So can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Yes. Well, okay. Eva, I think she's having, You're freezing up a little bit, Eva, so I'll try to go on, okay? So on last week's show, we discussed who should be responsible for the, yes.
She almost
Okay, I'll continue. Okay, who should be responsible for the bills in relationship where both partners live together? The conversation was provoking and got a little heated at times. So we decided to continue the conversation with part 2 session. Yeah. However, we put a slight spin to it. We had 2 fellas, like I said earlier, on opposite ends of the spectrum. One said, hell yeah, we're splitting these bills. The other said, nah, man, I'm handling everything for my woman. He didn't say like that, but you know, that's how it sounded in my head. But anyway, so we brought both of them on to join in for part 2 of Stand Bills. So first, while we're still waiting for Eva, we are going to, we'd like to welcome back our friend and supporter, Mr.
Go ahead, Ibis. Go ahead.
Yes, I think we lost Alex, but just in case he comes back later, we welcome him back because he's our friend and supporter. Alex is a writer, a financial analyst, and the founder and managing director of the movement to make Liberia better. Alex was here a few weeks ago to chat with us about intercultural dating, so we welcome him back once we can get him on. And then here with us for the first time, and hoping it's not the last, is Mr. Lawrence Totome. Lawrence is the CEO of Liberia Forward. He is a decorated U.S. Army veteran, a community activist, and an alumni of an HBCU and a former educator across Virginia, DC, and California. So welcome to the show, Lawrence. How are you?
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right. So how you feeling? You ready to dive into things?
I'm definitely ready to dive into things. I want to hear how you guys feel about the topic in this moment. I know last time y'all talked about it, it was kind of crazy. So I'm interested to see how people's mindset changed from last week to this week, and what we're gonna talk about.
Oh yes, let's see. So last week, now we'll start off where we ended last week when it was brought up that if a man cannot pay the mortgage or the main bills, mortgage entirely, the rent entirely, he is not a man. So let's look at what defines a man and what is expected of him, okay? For the men, or for Lawrence, in your opinion, what defines a man?
Society defines a man, and society for us isn't in one place. Like for a lot of us living here in America, we feel as though society is America, and that's the only thing that we look at as American society. And so our personal judgment and our experiences, our decisions that we make are going to be based off of our societal experiences right here. So our definition of a man in America is going to be completely different from a definition of a man in Africa or a man in Europe or a man in India, because as you get to travel or you get to learn these cultures, you'll see that men are different in all of these cultures, and what is accepted in our society is not accepted in another. And it may be vice versa there. So there is no blanket statement or definition of what is a man, unless we're talking about biologically, in my opinion.
Okay, makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. So for the ladies, any one of you can take this. In your opinion, what defines a man?
So,
okay.
Hey, how are you? Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So a definition for a man is not in my opinion. I'm gonna just go with the show today, biblical, because that's how we came into existence. You know, society do not define us. We were created, and that's what was put on this earth. So a biblical definition of a man would be a man is a foundation. And if it say you're a foundation, you cover the entire low of the entire house. That's what God defined a man as. God created a man first. When he created you first, he gave you work. He said, I'll put you in Eden. I want you to protect Eden. I want you to work. I want you to guard Eden. So that's the definition of a man. So naturally, a man have a leadership notion. He's a leader. He's a master. He's in charge. So when you don't give him that chance to do that, he gets frustrated. So I'm just going to stop there for now. That is the definition of a man. A man is a foundation. And any man that is listening tonight, I want you to know your value. The reason you are in existence is not because of society. Society did not bring you into existence. So that's my definition of a man.
So let me ask a quick question. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
So for the people who aren't religious, who don't believe in the Bible, who don't believe that there is a God, there is a creation, what do you say their definition of a real man is?
Even the Muslim people, they know that there's a God.
That's a religion.
It's a religion, but I'm just telling you, even the people, the Islam, they know that someone brought him into existence.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know if he's a spirit or he's a dead. Sometimes they worship like objects and stuff, but they know that they was brought into existence. They know the first family is Adam and Eve. They know that. So it has nothing to do with you believing in God. It has something to do with you knowing that you was created as a man, the first person to be put on earth. And if you just know that, you will find your purpose in life. And if you don't know that you are the first person to be put on earth as a man, the foundation, then you get confused with society. That society confuse you. So if you're not religious, that's fine. But I know if you're not religious, you know that someone brought you into existence. And you know your first family. So that's it.
So for me, the definition of a man, I agree with you, Rose, that the Bible did create a man to be, I would say, the head of the household. The man is given that title as the husband. And out of the husband, he has to have a wife. They said when you have a wife, you are completed, right? That's what the Bible says. However, now let's talk about the conversation now. As far as that's already been established, his position was already been given to him as the man. He's the head of the household. He's the man that God needed his ribs to create a woman out of. So now they're together as partners within a household. Now society now, right, come into place because that had already been established back in the biblical day. That God did that. It's already established. Now let's talk about what we are living now. Okay? The question is, what makes a man now?
So I don't really care about what society makes you now, because that is the reason why we got a lot of confused men around here.
Really?
So if you know, like I know, I am a helper. I'm an incubator. You would give me something and I will give you something back. I know that I am a special person. So society don't make me. You understand me? Because I know it's a tree of the way he should grow.
You raising your hand up.
No, when he is old, he was not depart from it. So I know that I was brought up in the way that I was taught that who I was. So I know society will never change me. Wherever I go, I will be this powerful woman because I know the power that God has given me and why he put me on this earth.
You want to go in? You want to take that?
That's
okay, go ahead. You can take that.
Yeah, I would love to.
That's very deep.
So, first and foremost, when it was in one of the commercials earlier, you had said, having money does not make you a man. I love the quote. I'm all the way there for it. I agree.
Thank you.
All right. As far as religious beliefs, okay, it was stated during one of the commercials again. We live in a melting pot. It is diverse. Our country is diverse, right? Therefore, America was founded on the basis of not making laws based of religious right? So in understanding that, we cannot say that because the Bible says X, Y, and Z, this is for everybody. That is one's personal view and personal understanding. Now, the question is, where did you gain that personal view and personal understanding? From society. You were given that personal view and understanding because you were raised that way to believe in those things. So to say that because somebody does not believe in one thing, because you have that personal belief and another person has a different one, that's not fair. We can't have a logic-based conversation off of it, right? And so we have to be able to understand that foundationally and say, okay, now based on that, our definition of a man or what a provider is going to be based off of the society in which we grow up in, not just a book.
So I want to ask you a question before you. So because you're in America, you are a different man. When you go Europe, you become a different man. When you go Asia, you become
definitely. The way they are raised is definitely.
Everywhere you go, you become different.
The way you're raised is going to be different. For example,
no, I'm not saying the way you were raised. I'm saying.
But that's what makes it
But I think what Rose is trying to say is, does your values change based on you moving to another country?
It develops. It does not change. It develops. Because you learn to adapt to what you're into.
I'm asking the man. Do your value change when you go to different countries?
Your values are going to change, and the reason why I say your values are going to change is because of the experience that you get and the knowledge that you get, right? So if I come from a country in which I'm very homophobic, right? And everybody in the area in which I grew up in was like, we don't accept the gays, and then all of a sudden I moved to New York City, right? And now I'm seeing like, wait a minute, what's going on here? They're like openly gay and it's acceptable. As I learn more about that society, I'm going to learn more why it's acceptable, why it was not acceptable in my society, and therefore I may change my mindset based on my new experience. So wherever you go, you're going to do something different.
So you're saying to me that if you go, you don't believe that, just say, I think it's abomination to be gay. That's what I think in my mind.
Okay, that's all.
I want to ask you a question. No, I want to ask you a question.
We have to move on. For time's sake, we're going to move on.
I want to ask the man a question because the man telling me when I go places, I should change my mindset or things that happens to me.
Not that you should.
If you don't believe in gay rights, but you go to New York and it's there, so now you become to believe in it because it's there.
No, you don't believe
in it. You accept it.
Okay. Let's go. Let's move on. I just wanted to just get him. I didn't get him.
Okay. All right. So moving on to the next question. So for now, if we go back to last week when Rose stated that she will never pay mortgage or rent 50-50 with a man. She believes that a man is supposed to do that. The question I want to ask is for ladies or anybody out there who agrees with Rose, or specifically now, let me ask Rose this because I can't hear what everybody else out there asks. So Rose, if you met a man that met most of all your qualifications, you know, he's a great dad, loves you, caters to you, you know, pampers you, open doors for you. That I'm saying that's if that's the type of things you like, whatever, all the things that you like. But he could not afford to pay rent or mortgage 50-50, even if it seemed doable. He can't pay it by himself at the moment. Is that a deal breaker for you?
So for me, like I said, told you guys last week, don't come get me. If you're not able to shout to me, don't come get me. I'm not the woman to come for, to put into your home. Because first of all, when God created a man, the first thing he gave you a work. Before you start finding woman or girl to put in your house or wife, you should know your work, and your work should be your worth. Don't come for me when things not going on with you. You expect me to come and help you. I am your helper. I am your backup plan. I am not your forward plan. I am your backup plan. Do not come for me when you can't afford to shelter yourself. I'm not the woman. So you can love me because the first thing God, when you say you want me, I'm not asking you for your love. I'm asking you for your vision. What is your purpose in life? You know, and I would say today to the audience.
Wait, Rose, before we move on, you will have a chance. Before we move on, we will stay in the same topic, but I just wanted to ask the guys something in relevance to the same thing. Fellas, if you met a woman that met most of your qualifications, for those of you who don't agree with Rose, and feel like you want to go 50-50, and you met a woman who didn't meet most of your qualification, who met most of your qualifications, but was not in a position to help you pay half the rent or mortgage, is that a deal breaker? Or even if she was great and she felt like Rose felt, is that a deal breaker for you?
I'll let Alex go first, man. He just got back in here. What's up, brother? Go ahead.
Well, it depends. And in fact, I did meet Rose. So, and she's very lovely. But, you know, I kind of side with Rose, you know, in this one, because I think,
Alex, you're low.
Am I? All right. Am I clearer?
Mm-hmm.
Low.
Yeah. You just speak up a little louder. You just speak up. You're not.
Okay. I'm going to side with Rose because Rose has made it very clear, you know, what she's looking for, right? And I respect that, right? To say that, look, I can take care of myself as it is, so I'm not looking for a guy, you know, who can't take care of me. That's very clear. You understand? And I believe that the only reason why many Black men are able to show that kind of responsibility is because we don't have the provision and some of the opportunities in America, even in Africa. But she's correct that a man is supposed to take care of a woman. A man is supposed to bring a woman into the house. And the only thing the woman should bring is her clothes. I strongly believe that.
Wait.
But
what should a woman bring in? I'm sorry.
Clothes.
So I can buy her clothes then.
Okay.
No, you can buy her clothes, but in a nutshell, what I'm saying is that you should already have your home. You should already be established.
That's my point. That is my point.
On a girlfriend,
establish yourself.
Your wife. You can date the person, but when you're talking about moving, you're talking about the person becoming your wife. Then I think it's fair, that you're able at that point to take on a wife. I think she made it very clear.
All right. Kwame, before the second guy go, can I just say something?
Yeah. All
right. So the man should already be established before he meet a woman. That's what I'm understanding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that clear? Okay, thank you. So you meet a guy who's on the path of establishment. You meet a guy who's on the path of establishment, and you yourself have not even gotten there yet.
Right.
Why should that be an expectation that guy should have been established already when you didn't even get to be established yet? One.
Because he's a man.
What happened? It doesn't matter if he's a man. What happened? A man can be a man and work his butt off 24 hours a day and still have not felt established yet. Do you understand that? Do you think just working make you established? Or money to pay rent make you established? Money does not make you established. Does that mean that I have arrived or that
We're going to do one at a time. Let Hawa speak until she's done. Y'all spoke and we let everybody have their chance. So we're all going to take turns. When Hawa is done, then the next person can go. Please, let's keep it like that.
So, money does not make you established. Because I can pay a mortgage does not mean that I have gotten to the point in my life that I can take care of someone else. I can only pay that rent. I can't pay for your children. I can't take care of you of this whole family, but I can pay your rent. Okay, that's one. Two, what happens to working together as a team to make life easier for both of y'all? You can be a man, but you make more. Wait. What happened to you, the woman that make way enough money that you can pay your own rent? And you don't need no man to come in and pay that rent. Does that make that man less of a man? Well, he's taking care of everything else, though. He's caring for you. He loves you. He's faithful to you. But he can't pay that rent. So, he's a boy. Or he's not a man. Period. I'm done.
Okay, Kwame, hold on, Rose. Go ahead.
No, ladies come first. I was next when Howard was talking.
No,
ladies come first.
Go ahead, Rose. Go ahead.
Thank you. So Howard, first of all, like I said, when God created a man, he gave you work. In chapter 2, verse 15, he gave you work. Chapter 2, verse 22, then he said he made a woman. So first of all, you must establish yourself. You're just talking about rent. That's hard for you. That's the only thing you can give me. When I say rent, then you run it away because
no, babe. I give you everything else.
Wait.
I'm somewhere. So you worry about rent. You also
everything else.
A rent issue. Okay, it's more than rent. I want a man that have a vision, a purpose. If you can't even shelter me, do you have where we're going? Where you taking me? Where are we going? Show me, like people, that's why people get married and then marriages break up and get abusive. Women get for and secretly frustrated because you know what? Women are naturally a nurturer. So when they meet a man that don't have nothing, he have no dream, no purpose, nowhere he's going.
Okay, Rose, let's
money give you purpose.
He's not gonna. I was just wait. I want to go somewhere.
Yeah, but Rose,
don't come for me
purpose
if you don't have a work and you're not worth nothing.
That's
don't
fair.
give me.
That's
you must be worth something. You should be a man of your work. You should have vision, purpose, aspiration before you come get me. Because for me, I am already equipped as a woman naturally.
And that's
let's talk about this.
Okay. So now let's let Lauren speak. Let's let
go ahead, baby.
So that's all fair, and I fully respect it. Just like Alex said, I respect it. If that is what your standard is, that's the type of man that you are looking for.
Yes.
But put that on everybody else because that is your personal view.
And that's fine.
So again, if a woman is like, the type of man I'm looking for, he can't talk to me until he cash at me. That's the type of man she's looking for. If that's the kind of man that she finds. Hold on, if that's the kind of man that she finds and he's like, oh, well, that's the kind of thing that I'm on. That's the standard I have. I'm willing to pay for your time. Cool. But I also want you to understand what all comes with that, right? Because somebody else said inside of the comments, if somebody is paying for your time, they have an expectation. And don't turn around and now say like, oh, no, why do you have an expectation? I'm sorry. Do you think I'm just going to pay for your time just to pay for your time? Like you said it yourself. You said your work should be your worth, right? So if I'm paying for everything, right? What is your worth? What is your purpose? Hold on. Because one of the things you're going to say to take care of the children. If I'm making that much money, I can pay for somebody to do that. To cook and clean, I can pay for somebody to do that. So again, what is your worth? What do you contribute to this relationship? If everything is on me, right? For me to do everything, I don't need you.
Listen. You need me. You always need me.
Why would I look for a woman that is going to be dependent upon me, right? And because again, the thing that I'm looking at is societal. You're basing your understanding off of the Bible. I'm basing mine off of society, right? And so I'm looking at. I'm going to say this future-wise, right? What are we teaching our children? What am I going to teach my future daughter, right? Am I going to teach my future daughter that, hey, don't date no man unless he can pay for everything for you, I've seen what happens when that instance happens, right? Domestic violence, when somebody is financially abusive to somebody saying, I provide everything for you, so you can't provide for yourself, so I got control over you. That's what it leads to, right?
So did you ask my worth? Did you ask my worth?
What is your
Let me tell you my worth. Let me tell you my worth.
Pay for everything.
Naturally, I'm already equipped. Socially, I'm educated. I'm a businesswoman.
Yes.
And from 5 years from now, I will be the biggest businesswoman in Africa.
And I'm here.
You understand me? I have work already. So when you a man coming to get me, you better have work. You better have wealth. You better have vision. You better have a purpose. You're not going to frustrate me in the house because I want you to have a project. I'm not coming to sit down. I'm here to help you with what you have. If you don't have nothing, you don't have nothing written down for your family for the next 20 years. And we're in the house eating pan butter rest and going to bed. That is not the kind of woman I am, honey.
And
I want that project. Let's get the better place.
Okay, so let me ask a question.
The topic said, is it?
Yes, honey. That's my word.
So the topic was though, who pays the bills? And so now
that's what we're talking about.
Your blanket statement was that the man needs to pay the bills.
No, don't get me mistaken. He needs to shelter me. I said if
that's paying the bills.
He's saying the mortgage, the rent.
Shelter is the house.
But she's willing to do everything else.
The house to live in, the house.
You say
What
that
is your
now.
vision?
You say that now, right? But once I say, all right, cool, I'm going to take care of everything financially. Everything else is on you. When 2-3 children running around that yard and you got to go take them each and every way, and then you got to go and do this and do that, and I'm sitting on the couch just eating palm butter and watching CNN. You'll never do nothing. You'll never help. I pay the bills. So what you complaining about?
And even if you pay the bill, now this is what men get confused.
What?
Now they want to have dominion over a woman when you pay bills. The Bible says, I gave you dominion over the earth, over the sea, over the water, not over people.
But
so,
Rose, everybody doesn't read the Bible. So what can we base off of that both of us are able to agree on a foundation?
No. This is a
we get. I love that you're following the Bible, Rose. The Bible doesn't everybody's section.
You
the Bible say a lot of things in there about women that men should be able to do.
Cut it off. It doesn't apply to everybody's life. So we glad that you want to follow the Bible, but let's remember this is talking about the reality of living in a home.
I respect your opinion, honey. But I said to you and I said to the audience, I respect everybody's opinion on here. Everybody. That's why I'm a people person, because I respect people's opinion. But you know what? What I stand for is what I stand for. It's not fair. We understand because I'm who I am and where I come from my training. So I
don't think the purpose is not to change anyone.
I respect your opinion. I respect his opinion. I respect Eva's opinion. Everybody. But I want to let the audience to know that if you are a man, you are foundation. And if you don't know your importance, I really want to tell the man out there, please find your purpose. Please have a vision, and please don't find women when you don't have your purpose and vision put together. The
message that we're sending, it goes from financial to now finding a purpose.
Yeah, but you got to be a man of purpose before you get money. You think you'll be a man of slacker just for you get money?
What is a woman's purpose, Rose? I have a question. What is a woman's purpose then?
So I'm already equipped as a woman.
No, not you, Rose, not you, because you're.
A woman purpose. I'm gonna go with woman purpose. So a woman's supposed to be to nurture you. A woman is an incubator. When you give her something, you give her a sperm. She gave you a baby. That's a woman. A woman's supposed to help you out. She's your helper. She's your helper and your backup plan. If you fall, she reminds you, baby, you said you was gonna make the world a better place. Do it. That's what you promised me. That's what a woman is. A woman is to back you up. She's not going to sit in front of you and take your place.
So she's an executive assistant.
A placement in relationship.
She's my
right to sit in
Let's try to take this.
Businesses and do things for your husband while he make the money.
Wait a minute.
Things happen for your family.
Okay, Rose, we have to let other people chime in. So now a few other questions. If the man does not pay the bill or the main bills or mortgage, whatever, does that make him less of a man?
Oh, you ask other people.
No, I just want to ask you that.
Oh, you asking me? Before I become your wife, I'm not worried about if you are less of a man or not. For my man, before I become your wife, you should be able to shelter me. So if you can't, I'm not going to become your wife.
Rose, no, the question I asked is,
what
is a man less of a man if he cannot pay your mortgage or your rent in its entirety?
And I said to you, a man's supposed to be a foundation and a provider. If you cannot provide for me, you less than a man.
Okay, thank you. Next question. Are we looking at men as material objects just to pay our bills and to take care of us?
Yeah.
Not that.
Rose, you have the floor.
Go ahead, baby.
Hello.
Yes. Go ahead, Eva.
She's breaking up.
Eva, you're breaking up.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Because
am I breaking up again?
She's breaking. No, we can hear you now. You were breaking up before.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I mean, for this whole subject, for us to
Eva,
out, baby.
We have so my thing is before a man comes along in your life, you were paying bills, right? And you were paying your own mortgage and paying your own rent before he came. When you were doing that for yourself, right? You are doing that for yourself, correct?
You asking me?
Rhetorical, but a woman's paying. You're paying for your own rent. You're paying your rent before this man comes along. So now this man comes along. You get in the house with him, and you say you can no longer pay rent. You don't want to pay mortgage. So then, in other words, he's material for you. All you need him for, or you want him for, is money, so that he can be able to take care of you with money. That's how I look at it. Because if I'm capable of paying my rent and my bills before a man comes and bring me and say, let's come together, and I don't look at it as you're taking me from my home, you're taking me from my mom's house. I'm a grown ass woman. We're not in Liberia. We don't pay dowry. We don't do those things here in America. So we are collaborating. We're coming together so that we can build. So if I was capable of doing it by myself, wouldn't that be a help if somebody is saying, let's do it 50-50? So that takes some of the weight off of you and off of that person.
Can I ask a question to the guys based on the answer Rose gave? Because that's really important, because that's from a woman's perspective. So now from the guys, what do you think that question, that answer means to you personally? If you met somebody who would say that to you as a man who is either there yet or is not, or is on their way there, or who's capable of paying it, but just because the person have already given you that prereqs, how does that settle with you, or what do you think about that?
You're not a real man. Alex, let's hear from you, since you agree.
So I don't need to hear that from Rose or anybody to know that before I meet a woman, that I must be in a position, right, to provide for my family and to provide a household. Because if I'm depending on a woman to split the bill, right, that's a recipe for disaster, right? Because whenever the woman decides, all right, maybe I'm not going to take a job, or let's say the woman is pregnant and something happens, then you find yourself in financial problems. Then you build stress. So I don't need to hear that from a woman before. I think every man, you should look at it as if the woman didn't exist when you're ready to find a woman to settle down and marry. Now, dating, that's something different. With dating, you have your life, I have my life. But if I'm going to get married, I want to have my own, I should be able to take care of things 100%, right? Not depending on the woman. So I don't need to hear that from a woman, to say that, all right, we're going to buy this house, but then I'm depending on your check to pay for the down payment. Or no, if I want to buy a house, I'll buy a house. If I want to buy a car, I'll buy a car.
So which means you have the upper hand, you have the control, you have the say-so in everything. That's pretty much what that is.
No.
But that's not what it means.
That's it.
That's
what we hear.
That from day, from morning to afternoon.
That's what it means.
Rose,
let me go ahead, Alex. Let me go ahead.
Rose, let a second man answer. Rose, let a second man answer.
Go ahead.
That's not what it means.
Oh Lord. What's the question again?
What do you think? What does that mean to you if you meet somebody who gave you that as a prereq to you that you must be able to pay their rent, and if you don't, you're less than a man? Like, how does that fit with you? What do you think of such a statement?
So, for one, it speaks to that person's personal level of understanding, right? And so if that's their personal level of understanding and that's the way that they want to date, again, they have every reason to have that requisite because it's for their personal life, right? My issue again comes when you try to push that and say this is everybody's, right? Because everybody's situation is different, right? You might find a man who's humble. All he likes to do is fish, eat palm butter, and just drive around Liberia, right? And then you might meet a woman who's like, oh, I like to do X, Y, and Z, and I like to go on these types of trips and whatnot. But they met each other and they really hit it off, and they're good for each other, right? So she wants to continue to go on those expensive trips. She can already pay for it, right? And if she says, baby, I want to take you on a trip, and he's like, well, damn, I can't pay for it, but I can contribute X, Y, and Z to it. She's like, I'm not worried about it because this is what I wanted to do, right? You guys are going to build together. You're going to like different things. And if at the beginning of that relationship, you financially make your expectations known, then you guys can move forward in the way that you do. But the problem is everybody out here is so materialistic that they all want to say, oh, yeah, my baby bought that for me. He got this for me. I'm on this trip doing X, Y, and Z. I got this. You're trying to show off for somebody else, right? So then you create this whole atmosphere of keeping up with the Joneses that you nor your partner is able to do. And now because you can't brag or do something else, now you want to point blame at your partner. You're not focused on really building together. You're focused on impressing everybody else outside of your relationship. And that's a huge problem.
Yes. So let's jump on to another question.
So before you go further, because you made a statement, I want to correct that statement. You made a statement, a broad statement.
You can correct it. You can make your opinion.
Yeah, I want to make my opinion. Okay. I want to make an opinion on your broad statement.
Okay.
You said what Alex said, that a man should already be self-made and be in a position to carry his family. Because again, a male is the foundation. You carry your family, you carry your household. And you said because he able to do that, he must have authority over everything in the house. Again, you go to the Bible.
Those are
when you go to the Bible, honey, you said he should have control. No, you are not allowed to control a human being. You are allowed to go and control your dream, your vision. You're allowed to have dominion over your dream, over the trees, the birds, the earth, not over people. So because you do what you do for me, you're not allowed to have control over me. You have to have dominion over your dream. Keep on dreaming. Keep on having.
But you gave your control.
That's what you do control over.
Okay, Rose.
Thank you.
Do you realize that even when the roles are switched, when women are the breadwinner, women control the relationship. They control they control everything. So if I made a broad statement, I'll take it back. But in most cases that I know, that I've seen, because I'm a realist, and I think what we're saying is we are speaking on the reality of life. You're speaking in biblical times, and you can't go back to biblical times, my man.
No, I will go back because
you cannot go back to biblical times because when times change, things change, people change, mindset.
I disagree. Then you're telling God, you are telling God that he's not a man.
One thing that stays constant in life is change.
Then you're telling God that he's not greater than you.
Your religion is your religion. I mean, you cannot say religion with your religion.
Okay. So let me say this. Let me say this.
I can move.
So I'll comment on what Alex said while we're moving forward. Okay. So a man cannot depend on a woman to pay the bill because the man will be a loser. That's what Alex said. Because the woman cannot hold her household, right? That's an insult to women. That the woman is unable to hold a household if the man depend on her.
That's not what I said.
One. Alex, I wrote it down.
Alex, you didn't say that?
You misunderstanding. That's not what he said.
No, I wrote it down.
Speak for yourself, Rose. Let him speak for himself. You
misunderstand. That's not what he said.
He can speak for himself, Rose.
Rose, go ahead and speak for me, please.
I try to take notes when I'm talking.
He didn't say that.
Alex,
I didn't say that. But what
so
I'm saying
he
is,
said, as a man coming in, he cannot depend on a woman for the woman to pay the bill
Absolutely, you should.
Because why? Was I wrong? That's what you said. I wrote it down.
Because the Bible said so, according to
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Okay, thank you, because I wrote it down. So I said, woman, that's an insult. You were telling me that my man should not depend on me.
Okay. Let's try to move
back so maybe we can clarify, because we're here for clarification.
Okay, let's try to close things up. So I have another point. So if a man who wants to split the bill, and listen now, I'm going to play devil's advocate. I'm just here speaking on each and every issue. I mean, on different spectrums. So if a man expects a woman to pay the bill, or is not expect, if he's wanting a woman to split the bill 50-50, should the household duties and the caring for the children be split equally as well? Because I say this because you have some men where you will still split the rent. You're paying 50-50, but he expects you and says, "Oh no, that's your job. Taking care of the children is your job. Cooking is your job."
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
not. Because I think so. I have been with women who have carried, or at least were in a position to carry the financial burden, right? That does not mean that because a woman carries the financial burden, that means the guy now has or the bitch, or whatever the case may be, right? The man is still going to be the man. Financial responsibility, that's a whole different thing between the dynamic between a man and a woman. So, for instance, somebody like Oprah Winfrey, right? How many men in the world do you know that have more money than her? Not many. So you see that if you dating Oprah Winfrey, because she has more money than you, so obviously you'll be her wife, you'll be like whatever they tell you to do. Absolutely not. So she still has to look up to the man for security. She still has to look up to the man for making major decisions, right? And she can have no money. I'm comfortable with a woman having more money than me. I'm comfortable with a woman.
That's what I wanted you to say.
But I'm just saying, even if that woman is more educated than me, or comfortable than me, or has more money than me, I'm still gonna have my own. I'm still gonna have my own house. You can have your mansion, but I'm gonna have my own apartment or something. I'm not gonna move to your mansion, right? And because you have that. And the same thing I'm saying, that a man should have his before he approaches a woman for marriage. And I think Rose is right on this one, and all you guys are wrong. I think what she's saying is it makes a lot of sense.
We're not wrong. Rose has her opinion.
We're just living in reality.
But the question that I ask is,
living in successful reality.
If so Kwame, since you believe in the 50-50, or a woman helping you, so are you then saying that you will help with the children as well, help with the cooking, help with the cleaning, and all of that in the home?
So I believe that first and foremost, anybody who thinks because you pay all the bills that you don't have to deal with your own children, you're crazy, right? Mm-hmm. Again, as an educator, I'm going to look at it from many different spectrums, right? If my child is growing up and watching that my dad only goes to work, pays the bills, and then sits on the couch, and then my mom runs around this house and does everything, what type of precedent does that set for my child?
Exactly.
Okay. What is my child going to go into the world looking for, right? Now I'm allowing my child to go out there into the world as a 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old child who's now dating other teenagers, and they have this thing in mind, right? If the guy can pay for everything for me, I just got to do whatever he tells me to do. Right? Because he's hold on. Because now you got little 18, 19, 20-year-old girls, right, who are looking for somebody who can buy them Chick-fil-A and drive them to the movies and around, right? And because he's able to provide for them, she's now doing everything in the world. And when she get her little heart broken, now what's she supposed to do? Go back and read the Bible, because the Bible says you're supposed to do whatever you're supposed to do as long as you're paying for everything. Hold on. That's the thing. So hold on. Right? It's totally fine for both people to have their own, right? But we all say what? We want a best friend out of our partner, right? Yeah. So when you go out with your best friend, and every time you go out with your best friend pay for everything.
It's not your best friend.
Hold on. You wouldn't, right? Because
your husband is not your best friend, or your wife is not your best friend.
Well, your wife is but she's still your That's
hold
you don't
on.
expect to
So
go.
again,
Okay.
we're both
Let me-
contributing to this
let me break it
relationship.
down for you, okay? Let me break it down for you. All right.
Go ahead, brother,
Even
please.
when you're dating a woman, yeah, I know it's an American culture where you go out to lunch or dinner, you expect to split the bill, all that kind of stuff. I
No.
don't do
You're
that.
not
And
expected.
besides that, hold on.
No.
Besides that,
It's
hold
not.
on here. Hold on here. Hold on. You guys here. Let me express this. All right. Even if I pay all the bill, that does not mean I can't come home and cook or take care of the kids. Rose knows I can cook. I still pay for all the dinner. Right, Rose?
We ain't here for y'all. Y'all,
You feel me? Like at the end of
There's something gonna happen. Alex is no longer dating, y'all.
No, and that's
As y'all know, Alex is no longer dating. I heard that in a little bird here.
But hold on, like I told him, I said, Alex, I respect it, right? But at the end of the day, what you're looking for versus what I'm looking for is going to be totally different, right? I'm not looking for a woman that when I go out in public and somebody says, "Oh, well, what does your woman do?" Oh, she stays at home and she takes care of the kids, right?
No,
hold on. I'm going to look for a woman who has the qualities of a Michelle Obama, right? A woman who has her own. She got her own law degree. She has her own business, and she compliments me, right? She's not. Hold on. I can go to her. Hold on. I can go to her and I can get advice. Damn, babe, I'm having a hard day at work today, and I'm talking about X, Y, and Z as a CEO. She can answer those questions as a CEO because she has the same experiences. What conversation can I have with my housewife? Hold on. What conversation can I have with my housewife if all she does every day and and not working in that
Let him finish.
Rose, this is not about you. He's making a general statement.
Hold on, one more, Rose, and now let's go, please.
Women are CEOs. So don't get them.
Nobody's I really want my final thing. I want to say is again.
What do you have to say about this?
Let him finish.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we have to understand we live in a world, right? And as a financial guy, Alex, you understand this very much so, right? Right now in this world, we're not doing well when it comes to wealth, right? White people are making 10 times more than we are, right? So to put these expectations as though we live on the same scale as they do, we're doing ourselves a disjustice, right? We're trying to move forward. Do you move forward better as one or together?
Thank you.
You want your child to watch you every day saying, my mom and dad work together for the betterment of my household. Not one person is working, the other one sitting on their ass, or they got all of this and they got all of that. You can't share somebody like that. That's why you're
well. Part of the reason we're not doing well as black men is because we're focusing on getting into this relationship with any and every woman, right? Taking all the responsibility when we should be building our businesses, when we should be focusing on building our dreams.
Because the woman getting woman have that
we shouldn't be
expectation.
focusing on that right now. We should be focusing on our vocation. And then when we make the money.
Realistic. Alex, are you trying to tell me? Hold on, Alex, are you trying to tell me as you built your business, you were not dating other women? You were
my lashes.
You wasn't going on dates, you wasn't being involved. We're always being involved with women. That does not mean that.
Let me say something. First, wait, y'all, hold on. Alex, first of all, have you ever heard the saying behind every successful man is a good woman? Or now in today's society, you got to understand that now behind every successful man is a successful woman. And I think that's what we need to change that quote to. Behind every successful man is a successful woman. Because like he said, 2 heads are better than one. In anything that we do, we always need help. I don't care if you are the CEO or you become a mogul. Even if Donald Trump that's sitting his behind in office didn't get there by himself. He got there with someone's help. And a relationship doesn't get to where it needs to be its full potential until you have someone who is as equally motivated. Contributing.
Thank you.
But that's not the premise.
And that is your opinion. That is your
The
opinion.
premise of the
Keep
conversation
it for your opinion.
So
Keep
you
it now to
married,
your
not
opinion.
in a position to take
All
care
right.
of
Your opinion.
That's what
Okay,
I'm
so
talking about.
just to move on,
can
we have
date.
to close. Oh, say okay. Sorry, we have to close out on.
Hold on. You can date. You can date any girl. You are not obligated to the girl you're dating. She's not obligated to you. But when you're ready to marry and say, "This is my wife," those are the conversations you need to have to make sure that you two are on the same page. And I would say, for every man, you still have to be 100% financially responsible, because if you're depending on a woman to get to your dreams, like you rightly said, the woman is not there to help you. She's not there to make your dream or make it possible for you. I don't know if any man that
You have your own dreams too, Alex.
Hear me.
You have
I
your
might be
dreams,
breaking in
but
and
you
out.
need a partnership. You
That's
clearly.
No, what I'm saying is that's why the woman, if you can do that for a woman, then the woman will be able to take care of her dreams. She'll be able to write a book. She'll be able to do other things in her time and life that can make your life better.
Only if he takes care of her. Only if he
But
takes
if the
care of
woman
her.
is working, hey, hold on.
So
If the
let me
woman
say,
is working 12 hours, hold on now. Hold on, let me make the last point. If the woman is working 12 hours, you working 12 hours, right? What kind of relationship you're gonna have? Who's gonna, who's gonna take care of the babies? Who's gonna take care of, she's not even gonna have time to make babies.
Oh, thank you for saying that. Wait. Thank you for saying that.
But
Both
the
of y'all
question is,
right? They're both of y'all working 12 hours. Who's going to who's whatever you said now? Okay. So now, if to say, like Jennifer has said last week, in her relationship, she worked up to 3 jobs, and her husband went to school and got the degree that he needed. And now they can live comfortably because she helped him, right? Now, if you are saying that, hold on, let me get my point right. So if you are saying that, if you are saying that, who is that?
That's Eva's trying to say something.
Like he's breaking up really bad.
So if you're saying, damn, I just lost my track of, dang it, I just
thinking about it when I said this to Alex.
Oh, I just lost track of what I wanted to
Alex,
damn
let me give you a little story. So you're saying that who's gonna pay what bill if the person met? When me and my husband met, I was in college. He had graduated with his second master's and had just started working. So on my level, he was established. He could pay my rent. While I was living by myself in nursing school, working 12 hours, paying my own rent. You know what that proved to him? 14 years later, 2 children, married, successful. That proves to him that I didn't need him, that I had my own. But he was a successful man, but he didn't put that demand on me, nor did I put that demand on him. Okay? So not that I put that demand on him, that he had to pay my rent.
That's not the point you're making.
That's not the point, Alex. That's not the point you were making, and the reason why that's not the point you were making. Hold on, Alex, because you're saying financially you need to be able to provide for your whole family, and the woman don't you. What happens when you have to pay as a man? What your woman will do then? Alex, do you know historically women, right? Women that have gone that path where they allowed their man to be the breadwinner of their family, even though they had the ability to go out and work, and said, no, I'm not going to work. I'm just going to stay home, take care of kids, and cook food, as you stated, right? What happened with that? Hold on. What happened when
can I come in because Kwame talking a lot and I'm not, I need to say something to him.
Hold on. What happens when that man passes away? You think he automatically?
Let's not talk over each other.
Yeah.
When he finished, I want to go.
Hold on,
okay. I need to go when he finished.
You'll be able to just pick up and just jump into the workforce. It does not work that way. That's why you're consistently building, right? And we know that if we're proving this type of work habit towards each other, we know our future children are going to be good, whether you, myself, or both of us pass away, because financially we have built something together. But if you put all of that financial stuff on one person, right? We don't know how. We're all going through life right now, figuring it out as we go. Every last one of us. So to fake like you know every single thing, any of us, we're wrong. Right? Every day is for us to gain more understanding. So to sit around and say, this is the way things need to be because this is the best way, we can look at history and say, that is not the best way for things to be because we're not in a better situation because of it. So to continue to do the same thing over and over and expect a different result is insanity, and we need to stop.
So I want to go. I want to make how I said.
Nobody is saying.
Alex, can I go?
Educated.
Alex,
nobody is saying that a woman does not have a vocation or is not capable of working. Nobody is saying that. All I'm saying is this: the more the man can shoulder the responsibility, the more the woman mindset and the more the woman will have the ability to be who she is as a woman and even advance in her career or school or wherever it is. When you put that burden on a woman and say, let's pay the mortgage together at the early stage, right? You're not doing
need to be discussed. That's that when you're in that
let's let Rose make her point and then we
I made a statement that when she met her husband, he had 2 masters.
Right.
When she went to school and she became a nurse and she did 12 hours. He was already settled. He was a man with vision. Because I know how her husband, I know Jennifer's husband. So I know those men were men of vision and dreams and inspiration. You understand me? So let's move on. So it comes to what the other guy's saying. You know, first I want to clear this. If I meet a man and I see his vision, I see that he's able to shelter me. He's able to be the foundation of his family. And God forbid something happened to him. God forbid that he lost his job, not just a job, because I don't want a man that just have a job. I want a man that have a work, that have a worth, that he's not just going to 9-to-5 job. He's making me in the background, we establishing. So God forbid something happened. That's when I stepped in. Because you know what? He have made me comfortable. And I have built in the background. I have established in the background. So now, we're not worried about you firing my husband. Because when you fire him, it don't mean nothing to us. Because we already did. We got it going. Then I come in as a helper and tell my husband, get back up. Get back up, baby. Go get it. You a dreamer. Go get it. You got
you didn't say I will handle the bill.
Well, you're contradicting now.
Get back up.
You're contradicting now.
Saying that a woman should be a man's executive assistant. Your job is to cheer that.
But be the backup.
You're
contradicting. Like,
that way I bring people don't listen because now I'm teaching you.
Don't generalize. Don't generalize. Please. Don't do that.
I say, and I said again, when I meet a man, you have a vision and you have a purpose. You are taking shoulder of your home and you are doing what you need to do. God forbid something happened to you. That's when I stepped in because I have been in the back and have been working on things and you have made me to forward to my dream. You have made me to be the person like Alex said. You have made me to get to my higher potential. Now,
so Rose, what do you do with your money?
Now listen.
No. The question though, you talk a lot about the man money. What do you do with your money that you make?
I need to go.
Okay, well, let me just say this: we are running out of time.
Let me go with my point. Let me finish my point. Then
okay,
you
has to be quick.
Yeah. So now I step in with the ability that you have given me to be able to establish myself. Now I help you. I help you that you will get back to where you used to be. Yes, when you fall, now I'm there to pick you up. That's what I'm there to pick you up. I'm not there to take your place. So I'm not going to confuse your role in our relationship. I'm behind you to pick you up when you fall. You understand me? So that's my point. Thank you for my time.
Okay.
Can I just say I ain't gonna be nobody backbone. I ain't gonna be nobody backup plan.
Thank you.
Okay, y'all. Alex, you have to go.
Yeah, I have to go. I'm sorry. I got an 8:30 show.
Alex, you have something to share with us.
Quickly share something. Yes.
So my organization, real quick, the Movement to Make Liberia Better, has embarked on developing website for all the counties in Liberia. This website will serve as a tourism guide, information, education, health, and other areas. We're asking the public to help sponsor one county. The price to be the primary sponsor is $250. That's just for the cost to pay for the hosting and domain and what have you, so that every county in Liberia can have a beautiful website with all of the information that and pride and that comes with it. And we want to partner with LIB Talk to help us do this, to kind of reach the public and let them know the significance of it and how we at least bring pride and information to the country. So again, thank you for having me, and perhaps I will come back another time where we can just talk about it. But it was a pleasure always, and to discuss with you guys.
Alex, I will link you. I will link you and Lawrence up later. But I will tell you about it. I will link y'all up.
Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Alex.
So before we close out on this, and I'll have I will read a couple of comments, and then Kwame will have you say a little thing about your organization. Then we'll move on. So but quickly, let me read some comments. I have one comment here. Someone wanted me to make a point by saying, Rose, you can't have it both ways. Per the Bible, since you keep speaking about the Bible, the woman is supposed to stay home and take care of the kids, not become a CEO.
Yeah, Rose. What's up? What's up?
No, honey, I'll become a CEO because when you fall down, we'll pick you up.
Go against the Lord's word. Remember, Rose, we base it on
the word. If you're going to go by the Bible, all the way works.
That's what the Bible said.
That's what the Bible said, right, Rose?
Also, her brother
both ways.
Piggyback right off of that. Also, don't only pick certain parts of the Bible. If you want to preach, know all the aspects and follow all parts of it. But that's the problem. Some people want to talk about what the Bible says that is to their advantage and not to the other part. Let me read another comment. Let me see. A lot of things are talking about biblical year. Insu Bilite says they only want gender equality when it comes to house chores, but don't want equality financially.
That is true.
Yeah. Cheryl Red says, what, Alex? Question mark. Your partner is supposed to be there to help you realize your dream and vice versa. Cheryl says, y'all got to let her know how to make her point without it being personal, which is to Rose. Then Liberian Queen Decra said, she didn't say anything about sitting on her ass. She just want a man to pay the mortgage.
So then what is the woman doing with her money?
I don't know.
No, exactly what Rose is saying is what women are doing with their money in that situation. Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
And I would like to know your work on some stuff for you, honey. Because I'm not putting on my butt woman. I'm a woman.
I know that you the kind of person I want to work with, not the person I would date.
And last comment from Vanessa Mena, because she is a strong, educated woman who has her own, not waiting on a man to support her. That's why men are still single, because you are putting unrealistic expectations on the other person. Strong and able women, please stand up.
They can be single. Don't find a woman when you got nothing for yourself.
Rose, you know where you find the most single women, Rose? In the front row of church.
It's good to be single because you know what? Let me tell you, having a man don't define you.
You're right. At
You know what I'm
69 years old, you still ain't God to be that man.
Doesn't define you. His finance shouldn't define you either.
No. You know what you want as a woman, so you don't go looking for people that have no dreams, that walking around here confused and want to make me confused when you put me in your house. No, I don't want no confused man.
You're speaking on two different things.
I'm still on the fact that you want the man to pay the rent, and then the man should have a dream. That's like I'm just still stuck on that. But that's
like Alex said. You need to have your house for me to come into. You're supposed to wait for me to.
When reality is slapping your face, let Alex sit down somewhere. I love you, bestie, but sit down somewhere. Anyway. Before we let Kwame go, Kwame, tell us a little bit about your organization so people can know what you do.
Definitely. First and foremost, thank you, ladies, for having me on the show. I really enjoyed myself. I hope I get an invite to come back. Rose, definitely my new favorite. With her outlandish takes. But we all have opinions, and if we can respectfully exchange those, I love it. But about my organization, Liberia Forward, Liberia Forward's mission is to improve the livelihoods and support the economic success of working class and impoverished Liberians at home and abroad. Check us out at liberiaforward.org, on Facebook at Liberia Forward, on every social media platform, liberiaforward.com. We have an amazing team, very highly educated, very skilled. We're raising money right now so that we can go to Liberia in December with our team to do some R&D. And then we're returning back in March to actually move to Liberia and start to do the work to move Liberia forward. So anybody listening that is interested in working alongside, we're not an organization that is individual. We're actually an organization that's looking to be the big umbrella for all organizations in Liberia to be able to work together as one, together, and build Liberia forward by being able to share the resources in which we all have. So definitely check us out, liberiaforward.org. And in the next month, you're definitely going to see us on Anything Liberia because we're about to take over the airwaves. So thank y'all.
So before Kwame go, I'm going to reach out to you because I run a foundation. I'm a president for FIC-LIB. And I do a lot of work in Liberia, so I'm going to reach out to you to do a couple of projects with you. So definitely. I appreciate your work for Liberia because I love Liberia.
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it.
In case y'all didn't know, Kwame is my little baby brother. Okay. All right, boo-boo. Thank you for joining us, Kwame. And I would definitely get you in touch with everybody so, we can collab and do greater things for Liberia, okay?
Indeed. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, ladies. Moving along. Again, we know that was another heated debate, but once again, we all respect everyone's opinion, even Rose's opinion. We do respect, but again, everyone has differences, and that's life. We all have differences, and we just all have to respect those differences. And so next. Speaking of differences, Rose, how about you tell us how you feel different about these big ugly ass around here, these big Jews?
Hello, ladies. So there's time. Get your mind right. So there's a time in our lives when we hear certain things, see certain things, and notice certain things that make us want to lose our minds. We think like, why will you say that? Why will you write that? Why would you even think it's my people? Oh, today's segment, get your mind right. So we're talking about Big Jew. So we have our Liberian people that say, oh, they get a big Jew. So first we're gonna define big. So big Jew will be a big mind, someone that have big mind. So you should have you should be comprehensive in outlook, capability, and you should be very, 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 very talented. So we'll come to small minds, having narrow interests and things that don't matter. So one thing I want to say. So come to Big Jew. Please, ladies, when you're giving yourself Big Jew title, no, it comes with a lot. Material things are not the meaning of being a big Jew. It's not the meaning of being a big Jew. Try and also, so one thing I would say to be a big Jew would be try being a part of society. Build businesses, build legacy, build something for yourself. Brand new things do not mean that you are a big Jew. Please, my people, Liberian women, my Liberian Judean, please find something to do in the community. Again, stop showing off because material things do not define you. I don't want to see you and then say your name and Jay or your name Josephine, and all you want to show me is what you have, where you live. No, I want you to show me. Get a career. You possibly around, you get no career, you get no saving, you get no life insurance. If a business happy, we gotta come and can't pay for you to bury you. You have no college fund for your kids. You got nothing. So I would define you. Nigeria, richest female. She's a billionaire. That is a big Jew. She's involved in fashion or real estate, printing industry. She worth $1.0 billion. Another big Jew in Nigeria would be Shikaya. I think that's her name. The other lady is Forenso. That's good for her name. The other lady is the richest person in Africa. She's a founder. She's a CEO. She have real estate, all company, banking. She do a lot. So that's what I consider a big Jew. That's who I want to be. I don't want to be like you wearing Gucci, Prada. Please sit somewhere and find something to do. That's it. And that's it.
Make your money. Well, thank you, Rose, for getting our big Jews straight. I hope y'all learned something today. Y'all stop faking it. Don't fake it till you make it. Oh no, that's a lie. It's fake it till you make it, right? That's all they do. They faking it till they make it, girl. Let them be great. I have two quotes to end our discussion tonight. One by Steve Harvey says, "Tell him straight up, I need you here to protect and provide for us, to give us security in our lives, to help raise these children, to set an example for this boy who needs to see what real men do, for this girl who needs to know what a real man is so she can find one of her own someday. I need you to be the head of this family." And then another quote by Anushriti, I hope I'm saying it right, Anushriti Dutta. "A man is a breadwinner. He is the Carter of his family. He is the strongest of all. A man should never cry. A man should not be in pain. These old age thoughts of bringing a male up in our society has ruined their humanity at a certain extent. They cannot empathize with anyone. That's the reason they disrespect everyone when it comes to their ego and their frustration." Deep. So we just want to thank you all for hanging in there with us and not going away. We once again, we're all different people and we all have different perspectives on life. So we appreciate y'all for your comments. We appreciate y'all for chiming in. So thanks again to everyone for joining us this evening. A big thank you to our guests, Alex and Lawrence. We will be right back here next Friday at the same time, 7 o'clock, people. 7 o'clock. Don't join 7:30. Don't join 7:40. 7 o'clock. Get to enjoy the other segments of this show. Okay. We want to discuss next week what success is in our culture. What the old man say is success to them. What the Papa say is success to them. What they want you to do, go be nurse, go be doctor.
Just spit it out.
So, but anyway, add us on Facebook at LIB Talks and like our fan page as well. Follow us on Instagram at LIB Talks and subscribe to our YouTube channel, ladies and gents. Subscribe. It is LIB Talks, not separated, but together, LIB Talks. We hope to see you all right here every Friday at 7 p.m. Okay? Thank you all. We appreciate y'all.
Thanks, everyone. We enjoyed it tonight.
And sorry, Eva couldn't join. Technical difficulties, but she was here in spirit and she was commenting on the side. Okay?
Yes.
Hi, I am Eva and I am spunky and bold.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. I'm nice, but don't get it twisted.
Hi, I'm Hawa, and
Period.
I'm to you straight.
Hi, my name is Rose Joy, and I speak with a passion.
Hey, it's Ivis, the fun girl.